Yo, what's up guys? It's Santa, back here with another video. And as you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing an operator tier list. But we're going to be rating them off their weapons, their abilities, and their pick rates. Because we're not going to be putting someone like, for example, Cade or Thatcher so high on the list because they're inconsistent, as they're always banned and ranked. And so, with that, all that said, let's just go with the video. But before we go on with the video, I would just like to say I would really appreciate it if you guys would just like and subscribe, as it means a lot. Alright, so let's start with Glass here. Glass is either in C or D tier. And comment down below if you agree with some of these suggestions. Comment down below if you don't like these suggestions. But I'm gonna go with Glass in D tier. He's a bad operator. He's not used. There's so many different operators you can play instead of him. Cav. Now Cav is good in low ranks, but very easy to counter in high ranks. So she's a solid operator. I'll put her low B tier. Low B tier. There's definitely no way she's higher than this. Maybe C tier, but low D tier. Okay, Nomad is one of the best flank watch we have. One of the best operators to watch her flank. She has a good gun, good ability. I really like Nomad. She's a solid operator. She's a 2-time scope to help her too. So overall good operator. Valkyrie, I would put her S tier. Valkyrie's a very, very good operator. High A tier for sure. Valkyrie's a very good operator. Even though her gun's trash, she has a good, very good gadget with the Valkyrie eye cams for intel, and she has the Deagle handgun, and she has a nitrocell. Honestly, she's perfect. Mute is S tier. Mute is one of the best operators in the game. He can counter intel. He can counter almost every attacking gadget, and he's a hard beast deny too. He's really good. Very good operator. Must pick on every team. S tier is basically a tier. It's basically you must have him on every team every single round. Like, he's a very good operator. Ace. Now Ace is a very good operator too. I'm gonna put him A tier because I don't think he should be S tier, as he has a lot of counters like Cade, Bandit, and Mute. But he's A tier. He's a solid operator. Very, very, very good gun. My favorite gun in the game, and a good gadget. So I think he should be A tier. Maverick is good. He's a good operator, but like, he's very good loadout. He has frag grenades. Oh, he has frag grenades. Yeah, I would put Maverick in A tier. He has frag grenades. Very good loadout. He can counter Bandit Cade tricking. He can counter Mute. He can counter almost anything. He's a very good operator. Must pick on every team. Not must pick. You can also counter him with Thatcher, but actually, yeah, let's rank Thatcher right now. Thatcher is an A tier, and the only reason why I'm putting him A, actually, no, must pick. If you have the ability to pick Thatcher, you must have him on your team. His ability can destroy every single gadget in an area radius, and he has a good loadout with the LA5A1, if I'm not correct, which is Sledge's gun, which also has a 2-time scope, which is a very good gun. He has a good pistol. He has a Claymore. He's just a good operator. You need him on your team to counter Mutes, counter Bandit, counter Cade. Good operator. Thermite, I'm gonna put in B tier. So why am I putting in B tier? I'm putting in B tier because he's an okay gun. Not my favorite gun. It's a good gun, but it's not my favorite. I just don't. The recoil pattern is off to me sometimes. He's a 2-time scope, which I really love. But I just feel like Thermite with the Maverick becoming played so much to counter Bandit, Cade, and Mute. If you're trying to place down a Thermite or exothermic charge on the wall, you can just get shot from your feet. So I think Ace is much better, as you can throw it from afar and hold angles. So that's why but I do think Thermite is the best hard breacher. His ability opens up like half the wall. It's huge. I love him. I love him a lot. Fuse, I'm gonna rank him C tier. He's not that great of an operator. Honestly, only good on some maps. Kills the hostage too much. We're talking about bombs, so I don't think he's that great of an operator. He has a good gun. He has an okay gadget. Not that great of an operator. So let's go on. Lion, I hate playing Lion. Or I hate people who play Lion. I would put him B tier. He's a solid operator. Bad loadout. Gadget's okay. His ability's okay. It's not that great. Let's be real. His ability's not that great. It is good for the roam clear, but it's not that great. I'm gonna bump him up to B tier. We'll see how it goes by the end of the video. Sledge, A tier. Sledge is one of the best operators. My favorite operator right now. I love his frag grenades. His loadout is amazing with the SMG-11 and the LA-5A1, which does high damage gun, low recoil, has a 1.5 times scope, which I love. He has frag grenades, frag grenades are really, really good. Honestly, I'm just realizing the SAS are a really, really good unit. Anyways, Sledge, very good operator. I would favorite soft breach with Zoph. So, yeah, play vertical with him. You can look down on sight, play vertical with him. So, throw grenades down there, get some couple kills of people hiding in sight. So, I really think that he's a must pick. Rook. Now, Rook has to be B tier. He has to. And why am I putting Rook B tier? And I'll tell you why. He has a 2-time scope, which is the best scope on defense. And I think he might be the only one with that scope on defense. The 2-time scope is so powerful. Holding angles with Rook is Rook is a good operator. He's a team operator with the Rook, his armor. He's a team operator. He's a good operator. Great operator if you're new to the game. I would pick him. I love playing Rook. So even though the gun's a pea shooter, Rook is a great operator. He has impact grenades to make rotate holes. He's a very good operator. So I'm gonna put him solid. He's on B tier. Smoke. I'm gonna put Smoke A tier. He's very good on maps like Coastline, where there's a lot of fast plants, and he's good for plant denial. Good for endgame situations. One of the best endgame operators. He has a very good loadout with the shotgun and the SMG-11, and I really think that he's a great operator. He also has a deployable shield, which is very rare on defense, I would say. He's a very good operator. If you know how to control that SMG-11 recoil, must pick every time. All right, Oryx. Oryx is a trash operator. He's D tier. He's not that great of a weapon, not that great of a loadout. Yes, he can make rotates, but you can just get someone like Rook, who's a much better operator with a much better ability to help the team, and rather than Oryx. I would never play him. I don't even have him. Terrible operator. Zero's great for intel, but I just feel like the sound it makes when it latches on to reinforced walls is just really loud. It's easy to know. His ability, it's good for intel, but like it only has one of those shots to destroy like gadgets. I don't think it's that great. He's that great of an operator. Honestly, I would put him C tier, but I would put him C tier. Let's just leave him there for now. I might make some changes at the end to see how it all looks. Goyo's not a good operator. I'm putting him C tier. I mean, he has only 2 of his deployable shield Goyo things. I mean, he has a good weapon in the Vector. I honestly think it's a great weapon. He has a good pistol, but not to sell 2. I just don't think he's all that great of an operator. You can play so many different operators with the same thing, like Smoke is better, for instance. Just so many operators that can bring more to the team than Goyo, but I wouldn't put him anywhere lower than this. Alibi is also a solid operator. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bump down Lion. I'm going to put Alibi there because Alibi is a very solid operator. I like that she's one of the only trickster operators, if you know what that means. She has a good ability. It also, like, if you put them on spawn peaks in areas where people often pre-fire near sight, she could be a very good operator. She has an okay loadout. I don't really like the gun. She doesn't really have that good of a loadout. And I'm pretty sure she has impact grenades for rotates, if I'm not mistaken. But most people run deployable shield on her, I think. So, I just think that she's a solid operator. She's just midline. She's not that great. Echo, I would put, a few seasons ago, he would be S tier. I'm going to put him low B tier because he's a good operator. He is a good operator. He's okay. But they really just did a damage when they were nerfing Echo. They nerfed him so hard. I think they took away deployable shield too. But I know for a fact that they nerfed him hard because they changed it so his drones are visible and they're not like transparent or whatever you want to say. Invisible, yeah. So now it's easy to shoot them. They're easy to locate. He's not that great of an operator anymore. I just don't think there's so many better options for plant denial. I'm actually going to put him higher B tier. There's so many more options for plant denial, but I just don't think he's all that good of an operator. His gun's not even that great with the suppressor on it, so I'm going to put him B tier. Ella. Now, Ella's shot is being played more. She's definitely going to be high B tier. She's a very great loadout. She has a good pistol, good ability with the Guzman mines. Very good operator, just a solid operator all around. She won't be anywhere higher than A. I mean, any higher than B. You can maybe make a push for a low A tier, but not that much. You know what? Wamai and Jaeger, I'm gonna just do them both now. Must picks on every team. I might even put Jaeger up here, but with the nerf in the recent patch, they gave him less ammo in his gun and changed the recoil a little bit. So maybe I would put him A tier, but Jaeger has a very good gun, very good pistol. He has barbed wire, which is very good for hearing and ranked. And his gadget is just amazing. His ability is amazing with the ADS. And I think he's a must pick on every team. Stop people like Ying, or maybe stop grenades and stop ash charges or something like that. He's a very good operator all around. So I think he's a must pick on every team. And the only reason why I put Wamai here is because you have to be careful of the Wamai placements, just because if you put it near a lot of gadgets, so say you have a Wamai in the corner of sight, but then there's a deployable shield, someone playing back there, and someone throws a grenade in sight and it captures it. You have to be careful of collateral damage, is what I'm saying. So I would not put him on the same tier as Jaeger. He does have the AUG, which is also a very good gun on defense, but Jaeger's gun is one of the best guns in the game. Can't argue with that. So that's why I'm just putting him a little bit ahead. Who's next? Let's do Mira. Mira, I'm gonna put her A tier. I'm gonna put her A tier for many reasons. She has a good gun. She's the shotgun secondary, which is she's a good loadout, very good loadout. She's an XSL, and her gadget, her ability is very situational. I mean, you can't play on all sites for sure. Actually, I'm gonna dump her down high B tier, really high B tier. You can make an easy push for A tier, of course, but her ability is situational. You can't really use her on all sites. You can, but you can't. You have to know where to place her, and you have to have good game sense to be able to play Mira, which is why I think she has a B tier. Her gun has low ammo, but it has really high recoil and a really high fire rate, which is good for people with good aim. So I would really recommend using Mira, and I think she's just a really good, solid operator. But Melusi is a great operator. Melusi is a great operator. They're gonna nerf her really hard soon, but she's a very good operator right now. You can make a push for S tier. Just the slowness and the sound in crunch time situations is insane. You can hear her gadgets from far away when someone's stuck in it. Although she has the MP5 now, I really still think she's a great operator. She has the impact grenades, could create rotates for the team. So she has impact grenades, she has a good gun. I really like her. She's a good operator. Frost is not a good operator anymore. Her gun's not that great. It's a pea shooter. It shoots very slow. Her abilities, everyone checks down if you know the Frost is playing there. Maybe it's better in low ranks. In low ranks, you could probably put her in B tier, but she's not all that great. And I'm gonna bump down Zero. He's not all that great either. His gun's not all that great unless you use the MP7, of course. And so we have Vigil. Now I think Vigil is. He's the best roamer, in my opinion. Right now, he's the best roamer. I mean, he has a good gun, very good loadout. One of the best loadouts in the game. With the SMG-12 secondary and the C75 auto secondary. He has the Bosch G or his K1A, which is very good guns. He has impact grenades for rotates, and his ability is good when you're getting pushed out by, say, Lion here, or just getting droned out. You just put in his ability and run away, or just. It's very good for roaming if you're in a room and they're droning it out. They don't know where you are, and then they walk in because they think there's no one there. Or they don't know where you are specifically in the room, so maybe they're holding the wrong angle and you can kill them. So I really think Vigil's a great operator. A tier for sure. So let's move on. Aruni. Now, Aruni, I really want to put her A tier. I really do. She's very good. She destroys a lot of gadgets. She's a good gun. I really like the P1 something Roni. Mozzie's gun, I really love it. It's a great gun. She's a great operator, honestly. She has her fist for rotates. She has barbed wire, I'm pretty sure. Great operator, honestly. She can put them on garage doors. it just slows down the game, to be honest. You have to waste some utility on her, or maybe even a drone on her if it's late in the game. So I think her ability is great. Very good. Oh, Bandit is definitely going to go A tier. Bandit's a great operator. Very great operator. You know, we talked about him earlier. Him and Cade are very good for getting hard breaches, hard breach denial, so I think they're necessary in every team. I do think Mute's better because he also can deny intel, but Bandit and Cade are very good operators. I'm going to actually put Cade in front of Bandit. I like Bandit's gun a lot, but Cade is obviously the better operator. I'm just thinking here, A tier is kind of full. I don't know if we should move some people around. We'll see later. Recruit, I'm just going to put them both D tier. I mean, what much can you say? No gap. They don't bring any ability to the game. I do still think they're better than Glass, though. But yeah, Glass, not a very good operator. Anyways, Ying, people who play Ying really just need to go hop on Fortnite, because like Ying players just annoy me. They rage. This is why I bought Warden. Literally why I got Warden. Shout out to my boy Warden. Anyways, Ying is a terrible operator. I like her gun, 81 bullets, very good gun. Her ability is annoying. I'm gonna put a B tier. She's a good operator, but she's not a best. She's just a solid operator. She's just like, oh, they have a Ying, like, oh, you know. So like, I'm gonna put her B tier. She's a good operator. I would play her. She's a great operator, actually. Her Candelas are very good. You can place them on windows. You can throw them in sight. You can cook them. They're very good. If you pair them with like, some smoke grenades or some flashbangs, they're really good. Combat a lot of players, which is great. Callie's a great operator. I think Callie's a great operator. I'm gonna put an A tier because not only does she have a sniper, but her secondary is an SMG. Alright, so that's Callie done. A tier, good guns, very good gadget. I mean, she can destroy like bandits and stuff, so she's a great operator. She's one of my favorite SMGs in the game with her secondary, so I think she's an all-around great operator. You guys won't believe it just happened, so I wasn't recording my screen for the past like 5 minutes, so I'm just going to tell you guys what I did. As you can see here, I put Flores in A tier. And you can probably heard me say why. I put Valkyrie in A tier. I moved Cade up to S tier. I moved them up to S tier, these three. And then I put Ilana in A tier, Mozzie in A tier, and I put a few operators here. I explained why I put Warden here, Tachanka, Blackbeard. I put Clash in D tier, Gridlock in B tier, Mozzie in A tier, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, sorry for not recording that, but I will fix it in editing. Anyways, let's keep going. Castle's in... See, the thing is, Castle has a very good loadout, in my opinion. He has the UMP 5 with the 1.5 times scope, which is great. And then he has a Super Shorty, which is, such a nice shotgun. Very nice shotgun. And he has proximity alarm, which I really love, and I really feel like it should be on more operators. Proximity alarm is great, so I'm gonna put him B tier. Honestly, I think they need to rework him a little bit because there's not really much you can use him for right now. But I still think he's a great operator, so I'm just gonna put him in B tier. So let's go on to Buck. Okay, the only reason why I'm putting Buck, I will put Buck in B tier. And I know a lot of y'all thinking Buck should be A tier, right? But the reason why Buck is B tier is because it took away frag grenades. If he had frag grenades, he'd be in A tier up here with Sledge. Actually, I feel like if Sledge is in A tier, Buck has to be in A tier too, because Buck can play vertical from below, but Sledge can't. That's the only reason why Buck should be on the same level as Sledge. So I'm just gonna go with that. He also has a great gun. He's a great gun. His shotgun. He is great. He's a great operator. He's a solid operator. There's no way he's anything better than that. But he's a very solid operator. And I'm going to move Melusi up to S tier because even though she got nerfed with her gun, and I'm pretty sure she's going to get a nerf later, the Banshees are crazy. They're great for intel. They're great for hearing. They're great for knowing where players are. I just think she's a great operator. Seriously, a great operator. She's a must pick on every team. She's not banned. And so that's why I think she's up there. Okay, next is Sophia. So for Sophia, I'm gonna place her E tier. She's a great operator. She's a great loadout, one of the best loadouts in the game. She's Claymore, and then her ability is insane. Even though they took away Withstand, she's still a great operator. She has the stuns, and then she has the impacts, and those are just great. She's a great rusher. She's a great soft feature. She's just a great fragger in general, and that brings us into Ash, who's also a great rusher. Same things for Ash. Ash has a great gun. She's a great pistol. She has a great loadout in general. She has claymores as well, stun grenades, I'm pretty sure, or breach charges. And I run her with claymore, so I wouldn't really know. Her ability is insane too. Just great for just running in and trying to frag. Great for lower ranks in my opinion. So I would put her in A tier. Monty is a B tier for sure. There's nothing higher. He's a solid operator. He's not that great anymore in ranked because you can knife him. They really nerf shields a lot. I would say all shields are B tier. If not, Blitz is C tier. Blitz is worse than Monty because you can shoot his feet and his shoulders. Blitz is a bad op. I'm going to put Jackal as a S tier operator. Jackal's one of the best operators in the game. The C7E is a great gun, even though they're going to nerf it. Great gun, absolutely great gun. He has a very good ability. If he's not ranked, you must play him. You must play him, no matter the map. Great for roaming, great for roam clear, and great for intel. He's an overall great operator. He has the shotgun secondary too, so I just think he's a great operator in general. Dokkaebi, I'm going to put her in B tier. Dokkaebi is a great operator. I like her. I don't like her loadout too much, but she does have the ability to call defenders, which is great for intel and great for hearing. Roam clear as well, so I just think that she's a solid operator. If she had a normal rifle, she'd probably be higher in my opinion, but she doesn't, so that's how it is. Twitch is A tier, even though she got significantly nerfed with her guns and her gadget. I'm going to put her high B tier actually. Her gun's great. It has high recoil, so if you're lower ranked, you might not like her, but her ability is great for utility to destroy utility, and she has a great, very good gun, one of the best guns in the game. So you can make a push for A tier or B tier, but for now I'm going to leave her in B tier. Legion definitely has to be A tier. Actually, Legion's going to be B tier as well. Legion's a great operator. He's a solid operator. I just don't think that he's that good. They took away the 1.5 scope. I used to think he's very good, but then they made his gadget kind of more visible too, so it's good for sound cues, but not the best operator anymore. Now Capkin. I think Capkin is very, very underrated. Very underrated. He is definitely a B tier. There's no way I could put him A tier, but he's so underrated. He's a great operator. He's a great gun with the angled grip. He has a great pistol with the PMM, and his gadget is insane. Very good end game. People just rush in when there's 10 seconds left trying to plant, and you can just kill them or injure them, which is great. So I think he's a great operator. Doc, I'm putting C tier. I know what you're thinking. Why would Doc be in C tier? But I'm putting Doc in C tier because they nerfed him. They took away the ACOG on him, and he doesn't have 2.5 scope like Rook does. So Doc is not that great. He's not that great of an operator. I would not play him in ranked. I would much rather pick Rook, or if anything, and so I'm not putting him anything higher than that. Knock, I love Knock. I love her. She has frag grenades. I love her ability, but she's B tier. I love her ability. It's great. I love her. She has the deagle, and I love her guns. The gun she has, which is the FF9 or something like that. It's a great gun. Has the 1.5 scope. She has frag grenades. She's a good loadout in general. I just think she can't be anything higher than B. She's a solid operator, but I think they're going to rework her or buff her, so I think that she could make a push for A tier in the future, but not right now. Now, Habana, I'm going to put Habana B tier as well, because Habana has a great guns, very good loadout. I love her primary gun, even though it has no bullets. If you run the angle grip on it, it's so smooth. I love the sound of it. Everything is good about it. She has stun grenades, she has breach charges, and then they just nerfed her. I mean, they just buffed her, so She can get hatches. She can change like the amount of pellets used in one shot per se. So I'm gonna actually move her up to A tier. She's great for maps with a lot of hatches, I guess, like Oregon maybe. So I really think that she's a great operator. She should be used more, but she's not. Anyways, Amaru I'm gonna put her in C tier. She has the ACOG on her G85A1 on IQ's gun on the LMG. It's a great gun in my opinion. And then her secondary, she's an SMG11. She has a great loadout, but I just don't think her ability is all that useful. As roaming is becoming a very, very used, it's easy to kill her because you hear her, she's very loud. I don't really think her ability is useful. There's so many different operators you can pick that would help the team more than Amaru. So I just don't think she should be anywhere higher than that. Okay, Meisho. Meisho's definitely S tier. If Valkyrie's S tier, he must be too. In fact, I'm going to bump Valkyrie down just because of her loadout. She has the MPX, she's a pea shooter. Meisho, I think, is better for intel in every way, shape, and form. Even though he only has 2 evil eyes, he can plant denial. She has a very, very, very good gun. LMG is probably one of my favorite guns in the game with 81 bullets. You can just spray, 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 and not stop spraying. He has the ballast, which is he can open rotates with. And I'm pretty sure he has impact grenades too. He's an overall very good, solid operator. Very great operator. I love playing Meisho. Very, very good operator. Now, Capitao, Capitao, I'm gonna put as a B tier operator. He has a great gun, great guns, great loadout, great gadget too. He's the smokes, he's the fire. He's a good operator. He can't be anywhere higher than B tier. His guns are good, but I just don't think that I would play him much in ranked unless we're going for a plant in like coastline, for example, and you have to pair him with like a Ying. So I just think he's very situational. So yeah, IQ, I really want to put A tier. But I'm going to put B tier because there's no way she's higher than these operators up here. IQ is a great operator. IQ has a very good loadout, very good guns. She's a very good operator, very good for intel, very good for utility destroyer. I mean, I wish she had frag grenades still, but she's still a great operator. IQ is a good operator. And so with the last operator, we are choosing Pulse. And I think... I want to put him in B tier, but he's just, the time it takes to switch between the cardiac center and his guns is just too long. And he has the UMP5, and he doesn't even have the 1.5 time scope. Honestly, the UMP5 is a pea shooter. It shoots kind of slow, and it has low damage. So I just don't think it's that great of a gun. He does have the pistol, the M5, whatever, which is a good pistol, but it doesn't make up for it. He has the nitro cell. He's a good roamer. I like playing him on some maps. I play him on bank in the basement, and I play him on bank on the 3rd floor. But I just don't think there's so many different operators like Cade and Malusi and Meisho, other operators that you can pick, Mute, Jaeger, that I would pick every time over Pulse if I was roaming. Like Legion and some flex players too. Valkyrie, I would pick everyone over him. So I just think that's what I would do. So, with all that said, that's the end of the video. If you like this tier list, then please leave a like and subscribe. If you agree with any of my suggestions, then comment down below what you disagree with or agree with, and let me know who your favorite operator is and what you don't like about this tier list. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.